Hello hackers, welcome back to Shadow Pentest. In today's video, we will be demonstrating how to detect web application firewalls on newegg.com. This is a very popular online retailer. Since I am authorized to conduct bug bounty testing on Newegg, we will be using a few powerful tools available on Kali Linux to identify any firewall protections in place. We'll use WAFs, Nmap, WhatWaf, Nikto, and more to identify the web application firewall and gain insights into its structure. Let's dive into it. Before we start, let's quickly cover what a web application firewall is. Web application firewalls are security mechanisms that can filter and monitor HTTP traffic between a web application and the internet. They are designed to protect web applications from attacks such as SQL injection or cross-site scripting and more. For penetration testers, detecting web application firewalls is very important because they can alter the behavior of requests, and knowing their presence helps in crafting the right attack strategies for all ethical hackers and penetration testers to secure the web applications and web through the web application firewalls. So now let's start by using one of the most effective tool for detecting web application firewall, which is WAFs. So WAFs is an extension tool designed to detect web application firewalls by analyzing the HTTP response from the website. It is simple and very effective. Let me show you the basic command how it looks like. WAFs. Let me install apt install WAFs. So there you go. First you need to install this tool, and boom, it is done. So WAF, and then you specify the URL of the target. In my case, I'm going with www.newegg.com. Enter. So it is now checking. Okay. Let's see here, checking this website, generic detection results. And then the site seems to be behind web application firewall, all sort of security solution. Reason: the response was different when the request was not made from a browser. So normal response code is 200 while the response to a modify request. So you see here the Newegg is blocked. You can able to see when you run this command, WAFs will query newegg.com and analyze the response headers, looking for signatures that can indicate the presence of web application firewalls. If a web application firewall is detected, WAFs will output the name of the WAF. But in our case, it didn't. What we can do is let's put the web browse mode and then enter. Okay, you see in the beginning when we perform the WAFs with the direct URL, it didn't bring any results to us. When we indicate the web browse mode, this is the tag V is a flag that provides web browse output, giving a more detailed breakdown of how WAFs reached its conclusion. So which can include the inspection of HTTP headers and response behavior. And you can see it's reached to the website and check it, and it is confirmed that the site is behind Cloud Firewall web application firewall. You can see how easy it is to find a website if it has any firewalls behind. And so now we'll go to another tool to find more information, which is Nmap. In our case, Nmap is a tool for network scanning that can also detect web application firewalls by analyzing the target HTTP responses. You can use the HTTP WAF detect script in Nmap to check for firewall web application firewalls. Here I want to give you a quick note on Nmap. Please, Nmap is very important tool in every ethical hacking or penetration testing that you are conducting. Nmap is must and should for active reconnaissance, because you are actively engaged with the target network, target IP address of the website, whatever it is. If you target, if you want to gather some information actively, Nmap is must and should. So please be learn the Nmap. You can also check my YouTube video, which I make part 1 and part 2 on Nmap. Nmap is very important, and the command which I'm using here to show you on Nmap to find the web application firewalls, I didn't indicate in my videos which when I'm making Nmap part 1 and part 2, because Nmap, it has a lot of scripts. some you can customize, but here we will use the pre-built commands. So let's see the syntax like this. Nmap tag p will target on the port 80 and then comma 443, and then we go with the script, CRPD script, http WAF, and then detect, and then you can type your website https tag www.newegg.com and enter. We'll wait for the response. Okay, I just find the IP of the website with the NS lookup. You can see this is the IP address for the new egg. Let's check some details here. Okay, we'll wait until the script is finished, then I will get back to you to explain on this. As you can see, these are the results from our from the Nmap. Let's see, it has to bring the detection. Let's wait for a couple of seconds. We'll get the result from it, and then it can detect the web application firewalls if there is a presence behind it. But we know that there is a Cloudflare web application is configured for the newegg.com website. Okay, and also we have another tool we can use, which is WhatWaf. So in Nmap we didn't see any results, but sometimes it can bring you the web technologies behind it. However, let's go to the next tool now. It can definitely bring, but sometimes it depends. But you need to try with many tools until you find the web application firewall, the technologies that they used. You can also use the web analyzer extension. We can check right away. Yes, yeah, here. So get extension for Firefox, add it to Firefox. We'll check right away. Because corrupted. Let's try again. Could be possible install. No. Let's try again. Okay, web analyzer. Okay, let's go to their website and type www.newegg.com and read the results, what it can show us now. Technology lookup. Wait for a couple of seconds to see the results of it. Okay, you can see the new egg, what technologies they are using on their web applications. Let's wait some time to find more. So before you bring the results, let's jump into another tool, which is WhatWaf. We'll use WhatWaf and then newegg.com. So what is WhatWaf? WhatWaf is a simple tool that can be used to identify the technologies behind the website, including the presence of web application firewall. If you run this syntax with the command, and let's say we'll modify the command, let's say WhatWaf https://www.newegg.com. Yeah, there you go. Let's wait some time. This command runs WhatWaf against newegg.com, and it will output a list of technologies used on the site. If a WAF is detected, you will see list of the results mentioning the server Cloudflare, and the web application firewall is also Cloudflare. You can see here, there you go, HTTP server is Cloudflare. So this is nothing but the new egg web application is behind the web application firewall. And let's go to another tool. The other tool that we have is Nikto. Nikto is one of the powerful tools to detect the web application. Nikto is a web scanner that checks for vulnerabilities, and while it is not explicitly designed for web application detection, but it can sometimes help to identify web application firewalls by looking at error responses from the website. We can use the syntax by specifying the host, which is tag h, and then https://www. newegg.com, and then enter and wait for the results. Nikto will scan newegg.com for common vulnerabilities. During this scan, if a web application firewall blocks certain requests, it will usually return a 403 forbidden or custom error messages, which might indicate the presence of WAF. But we'll check here if any of forbidden links that we receive. Let's check. As of now, I didn't see any. It is still performing the scan. As of now, we didn't see any forbidden requests from newegg.com. But however, the scanning is still running, but you can use this to find the web application firewalls behind the web application of any website. And then the next tool we have is the HTTP header analysis. One of the easiest way to detect web application firewall is by analyzing HTTP headers. Many WAF add custom headers to the response, such as X security or XWAF, and then here we'll use the curl and then check I, and then go to https://www.newegg.com, and let's wait for some time as I tell you that X security or XWAF, is it present here? Xframe, the headers, let's read the HTTP headers more. Okay, 200 possibility. You can also receive this with the burp suite. If you are familiar with the burp suite, you can also check. Okay, security policy, it is there. Yes. So mostly if you see these all X contents, they can tell you the X security or X WAF. So this command shows HTTP address returned by newegg.com. If WAF is present, you may see specific headers like sometimes X catch or X WAF and X security. I think here in our case it could be this similar, but it's not completely showing the results. Okay, however, as you can see, there are many ways that you can find web application firewalls. And another method is to analyze the response times. If you send multiple requests, you might notice delays that are introduced by the web application firewalls. Let's say if you keep on run this multiple times, these delays often indicate that processing the filter request. You see, or is this all junk? Okay, let's go check I. So sometimes if you send like multiple times, the response, it will take time and it will be blocking. So in this way, you can also find there will be a web application firewall which is present by sending repeated requests and observe the response times, because web application firewalls may add latency to requests, which could be noticeable when you send multiple requests in a quick subsession. But here we didn't get any because there is no lot of connections to the newegg.com, so there will be no latency for their web application firewalls. So sometimes WAF will respond with custom error messages when they block requests. Mostly the errors which I mentioned, 403 forbidden or access denied, which is nothing but there is a firewall which is blocking your request. So let's put these tools to work. We'll start with WAF. As I show you the first tool, that is the best tool to find out the web application firewalls behind any website. It can definitely give you the results. We'll also try, let's try any other www. We'll try on bestbuy.com. Let's wait for some time. Okay, let's try www.target.com. Okay, it will bring the results somehow, or it will deny the packet. See, it is, you can see it is now denying. Okay, this all the web applications, so it is checking one by one. Request succeed, and what is the result? Attack vector was tried. You can see here the server is returned a different response when a cross-site scripting attack vector was tried. And see, with this also we can find that there is a web application firewall. You see, seems to be behind a web application, some sort of security solutions. There is something blocking, and we can also use another tool for this if you didn't find any. The another tool is WhatWaf. Let's say target.com. It can bring the header with the server name. Let's wait for a couple of seconds to find it, and you can see I didn't bring here. Maybe open graph protocol. So you need to use another tools to get more into this, or you can use Vaporizer to find more details, or you can add extension. I'm not sure why it is not working. We'll try on the Chrome. Vaporizer extension for Chrome. So let's add this to our Chrome. Add extension. Okay, it's about to done. As you can see, I just searched the new egg, and then you can go to the Vaporizer extension. See, it can show us the Cloudflare. If you want, you can also try www.target.com. Go to the extension and check. So let's wait for some time. It can bring more details. See, it says the security is HSTS. We didn't know what it is. Let's read more about it. Okay. You can see the Vaporizer can give you all technologies and these informations. You can also try www.booking.com and analyze it with web app analyzer, and it can bring us the technologies. Reload. You need to buy the web, like you pay for the subscription, then they can give you more details on this. Okay, you can see how it is easy to find the web application firewalls for any website, and also you can see other technologies that the website is using. You can see there are more and more programming language, PHP, cookies they are using, Osano. This is very cool information. So when you are doing bug bounty programs, this is very helpful to find out the MySQL and its versions. So this is very helpful to enumerate the ports and services. So this is the way you can find the web applications behind any website. So before we wrap up, a quick reminder: the methods that shown here are for ethical hacking and penetration testing only, and they must be conducted in a legal and authorized environment. I have explicit permission to test newegg.com through the bug bounty program. So always obtain permission before performing any kind of security testing on any website. So unauthorized access is illegal and punishable by law. So this video is strictly for educational purpose. So that is for today's video. You have seen how to detect web application firewalls and using tools like WAFs, Nmap, WhatWaf, and Nikto. Knowing how to detect firewall is an important part of penetration testing, and understanding how to bypass or work around them can help ethical hackers identify potential vulnerabilities in any web applications. I hope you find this demo useful, and if you have any questions or suggestions for other videos, drop them in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on ethical hacking. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching video. See you. Bye-bye.